Hi, my name is Hannah Wilson, and I am one of the expert authors in Kiva Publishing's Revolutionary Icons book, which has been such an honor. My chapter is called In the Medicine, and it wasn't actually originally what I thought I was going to be writing about. But when I sat down to tune in and begin writing, this is what came through. So I'm a mystic business and wealth coach. I work with mission-led entrepreneurs and visionaries and way showers to bring their business and their wealth into alignment with their mission. And a really interesting thing that came up for me when I was writing this chapter was how one of the through lines of my work, because I used to actually be a spiritual and energetic mentor, but one of the through lines of my work has always been grid work. And it actually took me a long time to realize that a lot of the work that I was doing online, gathering people in containers and, activations, masterclasses, that kind of stuff, was often grid work. And we were all anchoring from these different places on the planet, bringing through these frequencies, being the vessel for these frequencies. And it's like a modern version of grid work where we do it on the internet. So it was really interesting that this story was the one that came through to share, because this was my first intentional experience of grid working. And since then, it has been a consistent theme in my life. And even before then, I was grid working my whole life without actually knowing it. Walking around and picking up a rock and then just placing it somewhere else along my walk, and not realizing that all these little things that I was intuitively guided to do, they were grid work, right? And at the moment, I can really feel on a planetary scale that we have a big kind of like powering up and rising up of grid workers, and a lot of people remembering that this is what they do. So yeah, it was really special that this story was the one that came through to share with you all. And I would love to share with you now a little practice for connecting into the quantum wealth codes, which are newly available on the planet in the grids and in the money lines. So if you want to just close your eyes down and take a few deep breaths, and I would love you to bring to mind something that you want to receive. So it could be a dollar amount, it could be, a tangible thing. Don't go too broad, make it quite specific, but I want you to just get that in your mind now. And if you're not really sure, just pick a number. And I want you to just breathe into this. Create some spaciousness in your body as you feel into this number or this vision. And now I want you to see yourself in the moment that you realize that you have that thing. So maybe you're opening your banking app and seeing the money there. Maybe you're seeing like a Stripe or PayPal notification coming through. Maybe you're having a conversation with someone where you're saying, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I want you to just really feel into the moment where you realize it's actually come to fruition. And I want you to really allow yourself to deeply feel that in your whole body. Really breathe this in. Get into the emotion, the energy, the frequency, and the feeling of it as though it has already happened. And then from here, I want you to allow yourself to receive any guidance or messages on what your next steps are. Now, they might not come immediately. Okay, so I want you to just take a few more deep breaths here, see if anything comes. If not, I want you to just really lock this feeling into your body. Taking a few deep breaths. And then you can open your eyes. I want you to now tune into that feeling as often as you can, as many times in the day as you can, 50 times, 100 times. As often as you can remember, come back into that feeling, that moment of, oh my God, I can't believe it happened. I can't believe this really came true. And seeing the thing, feeling the thing, okay? And you will likely get some intuitive messages about what the next steps are to take. And I want you to follow them. This is the key. You have to do the thing that you're shown. Even if it seems like it has nothing to do with anything, even if it seems wild, even if it doesn't make sense, you have to follow that. This is how you align with what is coming for you in the quantum. And make sure that you follow me or connect with me at The Hannah Wilson Show on Instagram. Tell me when your manifestation comes through. I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for reading my chapter and for watching this video. Thank you to Kiva Publishing and Shannon for having me in the book. And may all the mystics start making bank as we move into this next chapter.